Hi Stampers, my name is Desiree from Totally Stamping. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little box. I'd like to thank Sam from Markup Crafts. She saw this box on a photograph and then recreated it. So it's actually pretty cool. It's an explosion type box. I used a piece of our new Celebration Honeybee Designer Series paper to make this. You can use cardstock, Designer Series paper, whatever kind of paper you have on hand. And I'm going to show you how to make it. Alright, so testament to you guys. I'm going to go through it pretty quick. This is my template. If you can see it. We're going to go through it pretty fast, so stop and start the video if you need to, and at the very end, when you're all said and done and you actually do make this box, I would really love it if you would post pictures of what you've made, and let me see how you went. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a 10-inch by 12-inch piece of cardstock or Designer Series paper. You're going to put it on the 10-inch side. You're going to score it at 3 and 7 all the way down. You're going to turn your cardstock. Oh, my washi tape is coming apart here. Rotate your cardstock to the 12-inch side. And what you want to do is you want to create a little box. So you're going to make score lines between the two horizontal score lines or the two vertical score lines that you made. So at 4.5 inches, I went ahead and I actually placed a ruler down at 4.5 inches. And then scored. From this score line to this score line, I went ahead and at 7.5 inches, I went ahead and I did the same thing. So scored from this score line to this score line. Okay, that gives you the box in the center. Alrighty. The next thing you want to do is once you've created that box, now bearing in mind that this, you won't have this yet. Okay, so this is all that you've got so far. All right. The next thing you want to do is you want to create. I'm going to turn it around this way so you can see it. Some marks on your score lines here, on your long score lines. You're going to go from the four corners of the boxes, the box in the center. You're going to mark 3.25 inches up, and you're going to make a mark with a pencil. So what I did is I took my ruler. Set it to 3.25 and then made a mark. Went to the next one from this corner up 3.25 and made a mark, and I did that on all four sides. So what you're going to have is you're going to have this, and now you're going to have your 4 tick marks there. The next thing you want to do is you want to create your cat's eye, which is these right here, these. So any kind of round object that you have in your house, go ahead and use. I am using a 5 by 5 inch circle die. It is a non-Stampin' Up! Die, but it works for this. Okay, yeah, if I could just get this to stay. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to create these arches from the tick marks that you made here, and I do apologize for my nails, my fingers. I missed a nail appointment. Any of you guys out there that have missed a nail appointment can feel my pain. So please ignore this and just right here. This is what you want right here. Okay, so with your circle, whatever it is that you decide to use, you want to match on your 4 little tick marks here. I used the inside of my circle, and I made sure that the insides met up with each of the score lines. So you don't want it like this, you don't want it like this. You want it so that the tick marks or your little marks touch or just are on the inside of your circle. Then you want to draw around it. If you're confident that you have this right and that's where you want your placement, rather than marking up your cardstock or your DSP, you can take your scoring tool and you can just go ahead and score that right away. If you feel better marking it up with a pencil, you can then erase your pencil marks, no problem. Okay, so when you're done with that, then you want to do the outside. Or do the outside first and then the inside. And you want to do the same thing. You want to make sure that your marks are touching on the inside of your thing, and then you want to mark that with a pencil. And I say mark it with a pencil because you're going to end up cutting it out. And you want to see where you're cutting, so go ahead and use a pencil. And you're going to do that on this side too. So inside, inside, score, pencil. All right? When you have that done, right, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to go from your little 6-inch marks that you made here, which I did forget to tell you about. So what I did was, while I was doing my scoring, I just took a pencil and I marked it to put a little 6-inch mark at the 6-inch score line there, and then a mark on the 6-inch down here, because you want to mark the center of your score line, your score. And you could do that at any time. Do it in the middle, do it, it doesn't matter. As long as you do it before you're cutting anything or actually burnishing anything, you're good. So, from your 6-inch mark that you probably just made to the mark that you made here, you want to just go ahead and draw a line. And you want to do that on all 4 sides. So from your 6-inch mark up to your little mark here that you made, you want to just draw a line, mark, draw a line. Next thing you want to do is from the 4 corners of your box and to the 6-inch mark, you want to make some peaks. So from here to here, from this corner to your 6-inch mark, from this box corner to your 6-inch mark, and same here, and same here. Okay? If you're confident enough that you know what the placement is and you're happy with the placement, you can go ahead and rather than marking it with your pencil, you can just score those lines right away. So you're going to score that, score that, score that, and score that. The way I did it is I actually marked it up with a pencil, and then I took a foam pad underneath it. I went over my pencil mark, and I went ahead and scored it over my pencil mark. And that's how I did my scoring. Okay. When all that is done and you have all your lines, I want you to, this shape, you're going to cut out this shape. So let me just remove these corner pieces here. And you're going to have something that looks like that. When you have that, you can go ahead and you can burnish. Okay? You want to burnish your 2 score lines, and then you want to pinch in your little round ends here. So just pinch those in. They pretty much will fold over because you scored that, and do the other side as well. Pinch that in. Oops, missed a piece. The next thing you want to do is when you've got that, and you don't want to burnish these yet. You do not want to burnish these inside lines. The reason for that is because it'll fold together nice, and if you just let it fold naturally, it'll spring open. There's more of a spring rather than burnishing those edges. So the way that you want to get the score mark here, because we actually did not make a physical score line there, you're going to take your ends, you're going to pinch those in, you're going to bring up your side, marry up these corners, so lay it down, okay, bring that up and over. So up and over. Make sure these 2 corners meet up. Take that inside, what you'll have is this little piece right there. You're going to take that, when these 2 are lined up, you're going to take that and then you're just going to press down on the inside. And that gives you your score line. And you're going to do that on all 4 corners. So when you did this one comes up, this one comes up, you're going to marry it, lay it on its side, meet up those corners, and pinch that inside. So you're just going to pinch that inside like that. Rotate it. This side comes up, this side comes up, they meet. Make sure that these corners are even. Lay it on its side, lay that little piece down, and just push it down. And now you've got all 4. So now you can see how the box comes together. It's gonna just go whoop, just like that. I did not do this right. Mine is not lining up just right. I was in a hurry. But anyway, you get the idea. So when you slow down and you do this, it'll be perfect. Okay, so there you go. The box is a pretty good sized box. I mean, it is, I don't know what the other side of this looks like. Oh, this is a pretty good one. It is, what is it? What is it? 4 inches by 3 inches deep. So it's 4 inches by 3 inches deep, and then height is like 3.5 inches. So it's a pretty good size box. I put on mine, I put a little Velcro closure right here. You could put magnets. You can put a ribbon around it. Do whatever you want. The inside piece here is 2 15/16 by 3 15/16. This is actually a 3 by 4 inch area inside, but if you make the card exactly that size, it'll have a tough time closing. So just make it a 1/16 of an inch smaller and on the 2 sides, and it will be fine. So there you go. Really quick video. Apologize for any poor quality, but I'm hoping that it's enough that you get the gist of how to make this. Like I said earlier, if you make this box, please post your boxes. I would love to see what you use, how you make it, any changes or adaptations that you make to it, because there's always room for creative license here. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to Sam. I hope you enjoyed the video and you make the boxes. If you have any questions, please email me at totallystamping@yahoo.com, or just shoot me a message or whatever, and I will try to answer any questions I can. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I will see everybody later, I guess. Bye.